Chosen one, this is it. This is the moment you were destined to hear. The moment that was written before time began. You did not stumble upon this message by chance. You were led here, divinely, intentionally, purposefully. God has marked you for something greater, and now is the time to step into it. Listen closely, because what I am about to reveal is not just another message. It is a prophetic awakening. A shift is coming, a moment so significant that it will alter the course of your life forever. April 1st is not just another date on the calendar. It is a divine marker, an appointed time in the spiritual realm, a threshold between who you were and who you are called to be. This is not a coincidence, it's a calling. Have you been feeling it, a stirring deep in your spirit, a restlessness you cannot explain? The sense that something is shifting, even if you cannot put it into words. You are not imagining it, you are awakening. The world around you may seem unchanged, but inside, you know, God is moving. Doors are aligning, breakthroughs are forming, and revelation is unfolding. There is a reason you have been feeling this way. The battles you fought, the setbacks you endured, the moments you thought would break you, they were never random. They were never wasted. They were preparation. Every tear, every delay, every unanswered question was setting the stage for what is about to be revealed. And now, chosen one, your appointed time is here. April 1st, the day of divine transition. This day has been set apart. In the heavens, something is shifting. A new season is being released. Those who are truly chosen, those who have endured, those who have remained faithful, those who have refused to give up, are about to see supernatural acceleration. The doors that were once locked will begin to open. The prayers that seemed unanswered will be fulfilled. The weight that has been pressing on your shoulders will lift. But before that happens, you must be ready. This is not a passive transition. This is an awakening, and only those who are prepared will step into the fullness of it. If your spirit is stirring, if you feel the confirmation in your soul, this is your sign. Drop a "Thank you, Jesus" in the comments right now. Declare it. Step into agreement with what God is doing. Your role in this shift. Many will miss what is happening because they are too distracted by the world. They will see April 1st as just another day, but not you. You were called to recognize divine timing. You were chosen to walk in alignment with it. Here is what you must do. Be watchful. Pay attention to the signs. God is speaking, but will you listen? Look for synchronicities, divine confirmations, doors opening where there were none before. Be ready. This is not the time to hesitate. Opportunities will come quickly. Revelation will unfold suddenly. You must be in position to move when God says move. Be bold. What you are stepping into requires courage. Some will doubt, some will question, but you were not made to fit in. You were called to stand out. Be in agreement. If you feel this message resonating in your spirit, type 7067 in the comments as a declaration that you are stepping into your appointed time. This number is not random. It is your acknowledgement, amen, your alignment, your agreement with what God is doing in your life. Why you? You may be wondering, why me? Why now? Because God does not make mistakes. The trials you have faced were necessary. The delays were divine. The moments of pain were preparation. Nothing in your journey has been wasted. And now it all makes sense. The doors are about to open. The answers are about to unfold. The shift is here, but this is only the beginning. By the end of this message, you will understand why April 1st is not just a day. It is a divine turning point. Stay with me. because what I am about to reveal could change everything. Chosen one, share this message with someone who needs to hear it. There are others just like you who are being called, but they don't yet see it. Be the confirmation they need. And if you are ready, if you feel the weight of this truth, comment 767 now, because your time has come. Chosen one, boy, this is your awakening moment. Not every day is the same. Some moments carry a power so profound, so undeniable, that they shift the very foundation of your life. April 1st is one of those moments. This is not just another date on the calendar. This is not just another sunrise. This is a divine intersection, a shift in the spiritual realm that will separate the aware from the blind, the ready from the hesitant, the chosen from the ordinary. Have you felt it? That deep, unshakable awareness that something is different. The world looks the same, but inside something has changed. A weight is shifting, a door is opening, a new path is revealing itself before you. This is not your imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is the voice of God stirring within you, calling you to step into alignment with something greater. Because this is your time. The awakening has already begun. Think back. Have you noticed moments of sudden clarity? Thoughts or ideas that come to you as if whispered from beyond? A restlessness that makes you feel like you are on the verge of something monumental? This is no accident. This is spiritual awakening. The world around you may appear unchanged, but inside you feel it. You are no longer who you once were. You are seeing beyond the surface. You are sensing the unseen. For too long, you have lived in cycles, waiting, hoping, struggling against invisible barriers. But those barriers are now crumbling. Those delays are coming to an end. Something is shifting inside of you, a breaking, a stirring, a calling. And when the spirit shifts, so does everything else. Divine timing is real. And it is now April 1st is not just another day. It is a divine appointment. Throughout history, God has used specific moments to test, elevate, and awaken his chosen ones. He moves in ways beyond human understanding, through unexpected encounters, sudden changes, and divine alignments that cannot be explained by logic alone. This is one of those moments. This is the beginning of a transformation that will ripple into the rest of your year, but only if you are aware, only if you are prepared. There is a reason you are here, a reason this message has found you now, because you are meant to be part of this shift. Recognizing the signs. Are you ready? You may have already felt it. The uneasy stirring, the moments of deep introspection, the sense that things around you are being rearranged. Pay attention. The patterns that once held you back are breaking. The relationships that no longer align with your calling are dissolving. The opportunities that once seemed distant are now drawing near, and the enemy knows this. That is why he has been trying to distract you, to discourage you, to drown out this inner knowing with doubt. But the truth is clearer than ever. God is moving. The shift is happening. And those who are awake, aware, and aligned will step into something far greater than they ever imagined. The power of transformation, it starts within. Most people think breakthroughs begin with external change. That when circumstances shift, they will finally feel different inside. But that is the lie that keeps people stuck. The real shift begins in your soul. Before the doors open, before the blessings pour in, before the opportunities arrive, you must first transform internally. That is why you have been feeling this tension, because your spirit is outgrowing the life you once knew. You are shedding the past. You are releasing old limitations. You are stepping into who you were always meant to be. And as you change, your world will follow. April 1st, your moment of acceleration. This is your confirmation. Everything you have endured, the struggles, the waiting, the battles that felt unending, has led you to this moment. April 1st marks the beginning of something new, a divine acceleration, a season where the answers you have been waiting for will finally begin to unfold. But here is the truth. Not everyone will recognize it. Some will dismiss it. Some will continue sleepwalking through life, waiting for circumstances to change before they believe. But the chosen ones will see it. They will feel the shift. They will recognize the signs. They will know, without a doubt, that something powerful is unfolding, and they will step into it. Your response determines your future chosen. 1. This is not a message to hear and forget. This is a call to action. This is not the time to hesitate. When God moves, He moves suddenly. When the door opens, it opens quickly. When the shift happens, it is undeniable. And you, chosen one, are being positioned for something greater. Chosen one, your destiny is calling. Will you answer? There are moments in life when everything feels uncertain. When you stand on the edge of something unknown, sensing a shift but unable to see where it leads. A tension builds within you, a restlessness that whispers, something is coming. This is not just a feeling. This is a divine call, an inner knowing that cannot be shaken, no matter how much the world around you tries to distract you. You are being prepared for something bigger than you can imagine. And for those who are truly chosen, April 1st is not just another day. It is an appointed time in the spiritual realm, a turning point that demands recognition. This shift is not for everyone. Many will sleep through it, many will dismiss it, but you, chosen one, have been set apart. You have been tested, refined, broken, and rebuilt for such a time as this. And now the responsibility falls upon you. The weight of the calling, this is your responsibility. For many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22:14. Being chosen is not a passive privilege. It is a responsibility. It is the burden of those who have been refined by fire, those who have endured storms that others could not withstand. You have been through seasons where nothing made sense, where doors closed, where betrayals cut deep, where you questioned if God had forgotten you. But through it all, something inside of you refused to break. Something inside of you knew there was a greater purpose. That knowing was not for nothing. That endurance was not in vain. Every trial you have faced, every tear you have shed, every battle you have fought was shaping you for this moment. And now the weight of the calling rests upon you to see the signs, to hear the voice of God, and to step into alignment with what has been prepared for you. This is where many fail, because a shift in the spiritual realm requires action in the physical. A door can be opened for you, but if you are not prepared to walk through it, it will remain nothing more than an opportunity wasted. Will you be ready? Recognizing the signs, your spiritual alarm clock is ringing. Behold, I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. If you have been feeling restless, detached, or as if you no longer belong in certain places, this is your sign. If the conversations and routines that once satisfied you now feel empty, if the things that used to bring you comfort now feel out of place, this is your sign. If you have been seeing repeated numbers, receiving vivid dreams, encountering synchronicities too perfect to be coincidences, this is your sign. These are not accidents. These are divine breadcrumbs, warnings, confirmations, reminders that something greater is unfolding before you. But recognizing the signs is not enough. You must respond to them. Your response determines your future. Faith without works is dead. James chapter 2:26. Many people pray for change, but when the moment of transformation arrives, they shrink back into old patterns. They hesitate. They wait for certainty when faith demands movement. You cannot afford to hesitate. If you are being called to step into something new, you must be willing to let go of the old. If you are being positioned for elevation, you must be willing to release the things that weigh you down. You cannot carry fear, doubt, and insecurity into the next season. You must make room for the blessing that is coming. This is your responsibility as a chosen one, not to sit passively, waiting for a miracle to unfold before you, but to step into divine alignment so that when the moment arrives, you are ready to receive it. Because the shift is coming whether you are ready or not, and those who are prepared will rise. The power of divine acceleration, what is coming, cannot be stopped. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. When God moves, he moves suddenly. One moment, everything seems still. Doors are locked, prayers feel unanswered, delays seem endless. Then, in an instant, everything changes. What once felt out of reach suddenly appears before you. The weight that seemed unbearable lifts without warning. The answers that once felt distant arrive with undeniable clarity. This is divine acceleration. And it is what is coming for those who recognize the signs and step into alignment with their calling. But here's the truth. Not everyone will receive it, because favor follows obedience. Blessings follow preparation. Miracles follow faith-filled action. And the ones who rise in this season will be the ones who were ready when the moment arrived. Your final confirmation, this is it. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Matthew 9:37. Chosen one, this is not the time to hesitate. If you have felt this shift in your spirit, if you have seen the signs, if something deep within you knows that April 1st is a divine turning point, then you must take action. Chosen one, this day was written before time began. There are moments in history that are not random, not ordinary, but divinely orchestrated. These moments carry a weight, a significance, a purpose that was set into motion long before you even took your first breath. April 1st is one of those moments. This is not just another day on the calendar. It is a divine marker, a shift in the spiritual realm, a turning point that has been prophesied long before you even knew to look for it. The world may not recognize it. The ordinary may dismiss it. But you, chosen one, are not ordinary. You were set apart. You were chosen to see, to hear, and to step into alignment with what has already been written, a time that has been foretold. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. If you have felt an unexplained restlessness in your spirit, if you have sensed that something is shifting but cannot yet put it into words, if you have seen signs, synchronicities, or felt a deep internal pull, you are not imagining it. What you are feeling is the movement of the divine. The heavens are aligning. The time that was foretold is now unfolding. This is not a coincidence. It is not a random shift. It is an appointed time. And what happens next will depend on whether you recognize it and step into it. The doors that were closed are about to open. I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. Revelation 3:8. Some of you have been waiting for years, praying, fasting, believing for a breakthrough that seemed to remain just out of reach. You have knocked on doors that refused to open. You have cried out, wondering if God heard you. He did, but divine timing is everything. There are doors that could not open before because the time was not yet right. There were opportunities that had to wait because you were still being prepared. There were prayers that seemed unanswered because the foundation was still being built. But now, the appointed time has come. April 1st is not just a shift, it is a release. The doors that have been locked will begin to swing open. The chains that have held you back will begin to break. The path that was once unclear will now be illuminated. But you must be ready. A door opening is useless if you are too afraid to walk through it. The power of this shift, what you must prepare for. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. When God shifts things, it happens suddenly. One moment, everything feels stuck. The next moment, everything moves at once. Many people pray for a breakthrough, but when it arrives, they hesitate. They second guess. They shrink back into old patterns. That cannot be you. This is a moment that demands readiness. You cannot afford to be caught unprepared. This is not just about blessings. It is about responsibility. What is being given to you is not just for you, it is for the kingdom. It is for the calling. It is for the purpose you were created to fulfill. Signs that you are being called to step into alignment. Many will miss this shift. Many will go about their lives unaware of the divine movement happening around them. But not you. If you have experienced any of the following signs, know that this message is for you. A deep internal restlessness. Feeling out of place as if where you are no longer fits who you are becoming. Seeing repeated numbers or patterns. Divine confirmation that you are being aligned with something greater. An increased sensitivity to the spiritual realm. Vivid dreams, visions, unexpected revelations. Doors closing unexpectedly. Not a rejection, but a redirection. Unusual delays or disruptions. The enemy tries to resist what God is releasing. Divine connections. New people or opportunities appearing seemingly out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. These are signs that something is unfolding. April 1st, the beginning of something greater. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. This is your moment. For some, this will be a day of spiritual awakening. You will begin to see with clarity, to move with purpose, to hear the voice of God more clearly than ever before. For others, this will be the day of divine calling. You will feel the urge to step into something new, to leave behind what no longer serves your purpose, to take action on what has been stirring within you for so long. And for many, this will be the breakthrough you have been waiting for. The shift from waiting to walking, from hoping to receiving, from praying to stepping into answered prayers. But here is the truth. A breakthrough means nothing if you are not ready to receive it. You must prepare your spirit. You must align your heart. You must be willing to let go of what no longer serves you, because when God moves, He moves suddenly. And those who are awake, aware, and aligned will step into something they never imagined possible. The test before the breakthrough. Are you ready? For every great move of God, there is a test, a season of pressure, a moment where everything in you is challenged. Your faith, your endurance, your belief in what is coming. You are in that moment right now. This is not just another struggle. This is not just another setback. This is the test before the blessing. And if you feel the weight of this season pressing down on you, if you have been battling doubt, delays, unexpected resistance, know this: it is because you are closer than ever. The hidden battle you didn't see coming. You can sense it, can't you? The shift, the energy changing, the unshakable feeling that something monumental is about to happen, but at the same time the resistance is growing stronger. The distractions are louder. The doubts are creeping in. The enemy is whispering lies, making you question everything: your calling, your worth, your faith. This is not a coincidence. The very fact that you are experiencing this internal battle is proof that the breakthrough is near, because the enemy never attacks what isn't a threat. Why do you think the pressure has increased? Why do you think old wounds, old fears, old insecurities are resurfacing now? Because the moment you step into what God has prepared for you, the chains that have held you back will break. And the forces that have kept you bound do not want to release you. But make no mistake, they have no choice. The war on your mind: recognize the deception, doubt, confusion, silence. You may feel distant from God right now, like your prayers are hitting a wall, like you are wandering without direction. This is not because He has abandoned you. This is because you are being refined. The silence is not a rejection, it is preparation. The confusion is not a sign that you are lost. It is proof that you are stepping into something bigger than you can yet comprehend. Do not fall for the deception. The enemy wants you to believe that nothing is changing, that you are stuck, that your prayers are unheard. But the biggest lie of the enemy is spoken right before the greatest move of God. If you are feeling this resistance, it means you are on the verge of something greater than you have ever known. The people around you, not everyone can go with you. There is another test you may be facing right now. Look around. Have you noticed certain people acting differently? Have you felt an unusual tension in relationships? Have some individuals suddenly become more negative, more draining, more resistant to your growth? This is not by accident. When God begins to elevate you, not everyone around you will be able to handle it. Some people benefited from your stagnation. Some people were comfortable with you playing small, and now that you are being called higher, they feel threatened. Some will try to pull you back into old habits. Some will question your faith, your choices, your transformation. Some will do everything in their power to make you doubt yourself. Do not be surprised when this happens. See it for what it is: a test. This is the moment when you must decide: do you shrink back to fit the comfort of others, or do you step into the fullness of what God has prepared for you? Because the truth is this: not everyone can go where you are going, and that's okay. When it feels like everything is falling apart, perhaps the hardest part of this test is this: it will feel like everything is crumbling. Plans may suddenly fall apart. Doors that seemed wide open may close without warning. Relationships may be tested like never before. You may be looking at your life and thinking, wait now, why is everything shaking just when I thought I was getting closer? But hear this: what looks like destruction is actually divine reconstruction. What feels like things falling apart is actually things falling into place. This is the part where most people give up. This is the part where many let fear take over. But you are not most people. You are chosen. And if you can hold on, if you can keep your faith through this storm, you will see why this had to happen exactly as it is. The final warning: the moment is here. The enemy wants you to be distracted, to be discouraged, to believe that you are losing, because if he can shake your faith now, he knows he can keep you from stepping into the blessing that is right in front of you. But he is too late, because you already know the truth. This test is not here to break you. It is here to prepare you. This resistance is not here to stop you. It is here to refine you. And this moment is not the end. It is the beginning of something greater than you ever imagined. This is not destruction. This is divine alignment. What if what you're losing is exactly what's making room for something greater? What if what feels like an ending is actually the beginning of the very thing you've been praying for? Listen closely. This is not the end. This is alignment. God is not taking things from you. He is preparing you. He is clearing away what no longer serves your destiny. The relationships, the opportunities, the routines that once felt comfortable but now feel heavy, they were never meant to carry you into the next season. And now He is making space. But will you trust Him in the process? The breaking before the blessing. The greatest battles always come before the greatest blessings. And right now you are in that battle. This is the part where most people give up. This is the part where doubt grows loud. This is the part where the pressure feels unbearable. But this is also the part where your faith must be stronger than your fear. Think of gold. Before it becomes valuable, before it shines, it must go through fire. The fire burns away what is impure. It strengthens. It transforms. That is what is happening to you right now. You are not being destroyed. You are being refined. The distractions, the delays, the doubts, they are not here to break you. They are here to prove you, to see if you will stand firm when everything in you wants to run. Why is the pressure increasing? Why do you think the enemy is fighting you so hard? Why do you think everything feels like it's falling apart right before your breakthrough? Because you are a threat. Because you are on the verge of stepping into something that will shift everything. The enemy does not attack what is not valuable. He does not fight what is not a danger to his kingdom. So if you have felt the weight of resistance, if you have battled more in this season than ever before, know this, it is because you are closer than ever. Do not turn back now. This is where some people quit. They let the waiting discourage them. They let the struggle convince them that nothing is changing. They let the silence make them believe that God has forgotten them. But you are not meant to turn back. You have come too far. You have fought too hard. You have endured too much. Do not let this test shake you. Stand firm. Hold your ground. Speak life over yourself. Declare it now. I will not be moved. I will not give up. I will not let fear steal what God has promised me, because what is coming is bigger than what you are leaving behind. Your breakthrough is near. Hold on. When April 1st arrives, you will look back at this moment and realize that everything was necessary. You will see why doors closed. You will understand why things had to shift. You will know beyond a doubt that God was not punishing you. He was positioning you. So do not give up now. Do not let the weight of this moment make you forget the promise. Because when the blessing arrives, when the breakthrough unfolds, you will know that it was all worth it. Hold on. You are almost there. How to prepare for April 1st. The divine alignment begins. April 1st is not just another date on the calendar. It is a divine checkpoint, a moment where the spiritual and physical realms collide, where destinies shift, and where those who are ready will step into a new level of purpose. You are not here by accident. This message has reached you because you are meant to prepare. You are being positioned for something greater. A door is about to open, but only those who are spiritually, mentally, and emotionally ready will be able to walk through it. So the question is, will you be ready? Step 1, clear the path. Release what no longer serves you. You cannot receive new blessings while holding on to old burdens. The doubts, the fears, the regrets, they must go. Right now, you may be carrying the weight of past failures, missed opportunities, and lingering insecurities. But hear this, God is not holding your past against you. You are the one holding on. If your hands are full of yesterday's struggles, how will you take hold of tomorrow's promises? It's time to release it. Release the fear that whispers, "What if I fail?" Release the doubt that says, "Maybe this isn't for me." Release the regret that keeps replaying, "I should have done more." God is calling you higher, but that requires a shift in your mindset. Tell yourself daily, "I am chosen, I am worthy, I am stepping into my purpose," because you are. Step 2, make space for divine guidance. How can you hear God's instructions if your mind is cluttered with endless worries? Silence is not empty, it is full of answers. In the days leading up to April 1st, prioritize solitude. The noise of the world will try to drown out the voice of God. Distractions will pull you in every direction. But those who are truly chosen will make space for divine guidance. Spend time in prayer, not just speaking, but listening. Meditate, not just sitting still, but quieting your soul. Reflect, not just on what has happened, but on what is coming. You do not need to have all the answers right now. You just need to be open to receiving them. And when you quiet your soul, clarity will come. Step 3, recognize the resistance. It is a test. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the more resistance you will face. Do not be surprised when obstacles arise. Doubts may try to creep in. People may question your path. Unexpected challenges may shake your faith. See it for what it is, a final test. Because when you are about to step into something life-changing, the enemy will do everything in his power to make you doubt it. But you must stand firm. Do not let fear distract you. Do not let negativity discourage you. Do not let small setbacks make you question the promise. This is your moment to hold on to your faith like never before, because the breakthrough is already in motion. Step 4, pay attention to the signs. God does not move without giving signs. Have you noticed them? Have you been seeing repeated numbers? 111, 777, 333. Have your dreams become more vivid, more powerful? Have you felt an unshakable knowing that something is shifting? These are not coincidences. These are divine confirmations that something is aligning in the unseen realm. Write them down. Reflect on their meaning. Do not dismiss them. Because when God speaks, He expects you to listen. Step 5, step forward in faith. No more hesitation. April 1st is not a day to wait. It is a day to move. It is an opportunity, one that requires your full commitment. You must decide right now that you are ready to step fully into your calling. No more hesitation, no more second guessing, no more waiting for the perfect time. The time is now. God is opening doors, but it is up to you to walk through them. Declare this affirmation daily. I am aligned with God's plan. I am ready for my breakthrough. Speak these words with conviction. Let them sink into your spirit. Let them rewire your mindset. Let them prepare you for what is coming. Because when April 1st arrives, you will not waver. You will not question. You will not hesitate. You will step forward in faith. Everything is aligning for you. The shift is happening, and you are ready. What happens after April 1st? For those who are prepared, everything will begin to move quickly. Doors that were once locked will open suddenly. Prayers that felt unheard will be answered without delay. Opportunities that seemed impossible will appear out of nowhere. The shift will not be gradual. It will be sudden, intense, and undeniable. For some, it will feel like a surge of divine energy, a force that propels you forward into your destiny. For others, it will be a moment of crystal clear revelation, finally understanding why everything had to happen exactly as it did. But for all who are truly chosen, it will mark the beginning of something greater. The shift has begun. What happens next? What you experience may not look like what others around you feel. Some will recognize it immediately. Others will question it. Some will feel the shift as an undeniable force, while others will sense only a quiet whisper. But make no mistake, the movement is happening. For some, the shift will come in the form of clarity. For months, maybe even years, you have been wrestling with uncertainty, searching for answers that never seem to come. The weight of confusion has clouded your mind, making every decision feel like a gamble. But then, like the parting of clouds after a storm, the answers will arrive. What once felt unclear will suddenly make sense. What was once tangled will unravel. The doors that seemed locked will open effortlessly. You will wake up one day and realize that the very thing you have been struggling to figure out has already been placed in your spirit. This is the breakthrough you have been waiting for. Not just a small realization, not just a temporary relief, but a complete shift in perception, a deep, unshakable knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. And with that clarity will come peace, the kind of peace that cannot be shaken by circumstances, the kind of peace that surpasses all understanding. But for others, the shift will not come as immediate clarity. It will come as a test. The final test. Will you hold on? Before every great blessing, before every great breakthrough, there is always one last test. A moment designed to refine you. A moment that will reveal whether you truly trust God's plan or if your faith wavers at the first sign of resistance. And for some of you, that moment is here. You may feel like everything is falling apart just as you were getting close. You may be wondering why. Just when you thought you were about to step into something great, everything seems to be shaking beneath your feet. But hear this. This is not a setback. It is the final stretch. Think of an archer pulling back an arrow. The tension increases, the resistance grows stronger, the pressure builds, not to break the arrow, but to launch it forward. Right now, you are that arrow. You are being drawn back, not to be held down, but to be released into something greater than you ever imagined. So do not mistake the struggle for failure. This is preparation. This is positioning. This is purification. The light for the next step does not reveal everything at once. He never shows you the entire journey up front. Instead, he provides just enough light for the next step, like a lantern in the darkness, guiding your feet one step at a time. It is in these moments that faith is tested most. When you cannot see the full picture, when you do not understand why things are happening the way they are, will you still trust? Will you still move forward even when the path is unclear? Or will you hesitate, waiting for certainty before you step? Faith does not require a full roadmap. It requires trust. Because even when you cannot see the way, God is still leading you. What happens after April 1st? As April 1st comes and goes, do not expect the world to look different overnight. Because the biggest transformations happen first in the unseen. The shift that is happening is not measured by external validation. It is measured by the internal alignment that is taking place within you. And yet, if you are paying attention, you will see the signs. New opportunities appearing where there were none before. The right people entering your life at just the right time. Doors opening without effort. doors you once thought were permanently closed. These are not coincidences. They are the first manifestations of the shift that has already taken place in the spirit. And as the days unfold, that internal shift will begin to reflect in your outer world. But you must be open. You must be willing. You must stay in alignment. The key to walking in this shift. Many people will feel this transformation but dismiss it because they do not see immediate change. Do not make that mistake. The shift has already begun. The seeds have already been planted. The foundation has already been laid. Now it is up to you to nurture it. Do not return to old mindsets just because things don't move fast enough. Do not close yourself off to divine flow just because you cannot see the full picture. Do not fall back into doubt just because the breakthrough isn't wrapped in the package you expected. Trust the process, because what is coming is bigger than what you can comprehend right now. Chosen one, you have stepped into a moment where there is no turning back. April 1st is not just the beginning of a shift. It is a season of purification. Everything that no longer aligns with your destiny will be stripped to honesty. This is not a gentle adjustment. It is a divine reset. It will come like a storm, clearing away everything that stands in the way of where you are meant to go. But do not fear. What is being removed is not a loss. It is a realignment. People will leave your life. Doors you once thought were secure will suddenly shut. Plans that seemed certain will fall apart. You may feel like you're losing control, but in reality, this is God's hand guiding your path. He is shifting everything to position you where you need to be. If you hold on to what is being removed, you will feel resistance. Do not mistake instability for failure. When God takes something away, it is because it no longer serves you. When He moves someone out of your life, it is because they cannot walk with you into this new season. The battles you have faced recently were not random. The restlessness in your spirit was not your imagination. These were signs of divine movement. You may feel like you are being shaken, but in truth, you are being aligned. For every elevation, there is a purification. If you feel weary, if you sense things around you are breaking apart, know that it is happening for a reason. God is removing what is no longer meant to go with you so that you can step fully into what He has prepared. You cannot carry old baggage into a new season. The habits, the mindsets, the relationships that once felt comfortable will now feel out of place. You will notice that certain conversations no longer inspire you. The spaces you once belonged to now feel foreign. This is not by accident. This is refinement. When God is about to elevate you, He makes the old places uncomfortable, so you won't want to stay. You may try to hold on. You may try to resist, but that will only make this process more painful. What you need to do now is surrender. Not surrender in defeat, but in purpose. You must be willing to walk away, to step up, to embrace what is coming. Look at your life right now. The signs are already there. Some doors have closed without warning. Some people have left with no explanation. Some situations that seem stable have suddenly shifted. This is not chaos, it is orchestration. If you look at it through human eyes, you will see loss. But if you see it through a divine lens, you will see preparation. You cannot take everything with you into this next chapter. Some things must be left behind. Some dreams must be released to make room for something greater. Some connections must be severed so new relationships, ones that are vital to your destiny, can take their place. If you resist, you will feel stuck. You will feel heaviness, a sense of misalignment, an unshakable feeling that something is off. That is your spirit recognizing that you are holding on to what no longer belongs to you. This is a moment of decision. You can either embrace this refinement and trust that God is leading you, or you can resist and stay trapped in a past season. The choice is yours, but know this: God cannot take you where you are meant to go if you are clinging to what is no longer meant for you. When He calls you forward, He also requires you to release. Ask yourself, are you willing to let go of the old to embrace the new? Do you trust that if God is removing something, it is because He has something better? Do you have the courage to step out of your comfort zone and believe that the path ahead is already prepared for you? This is the time to rise. This is the moment to stop hesitating. This is the season to choose destiny over comfort. Everything is shifting, and you must decide whether you will move with it or resist it. But remember this: when God changes something in your life, He does not do it to hurt you. He does it to elevate you. So let it go. Release what is not meant for you. Walk boldly into what God has ordained, because what lies ahead is not just a small change. It is a life beyond anything you have ever imagined, and it is waiting for you just beyond your next step. The time for waiting is over. This is the final stage of preparation. The moment where you must decide how you will walk into what has been prepared for you. The shift is not coming, it is already here. The question is, will you be ready? Will you recognize it when it happens? Or will you hesitate and miss what was meant for you? Not everyone will step into this season of transformation. Not everyone will recognize the divine alignment taking place. But you, if you are hearing this, if you feel the stirring in your spirit, you have been called, and with that calling comes responsibility. You cannot walk into a new season with an old mindset. You cannot step into your purpose while clinging to past fears. The next phase of your life requires a level of clarity, focus, and discipline that you may not have needed before. This is not about casually accepting change. This is about making a deliberate decision to align yourself with what God is doing. Those who are unprepared will be left behind. Those who ignore the signs will remain in cycles of frustration and stagnation. You must choose to rise. Complacency will rob you of your blessing. It is not enough to know that a shift is happening. You must actively position yourself to receive it. The distractions around you will increase. Doubts will creep in. People who do not understand your journey will question why you are changing. Do not let any of it shake your focus. Do not allow fear or uncertainty to make you second-guess what you already know deep down. You are on the edge of something life-changing, and only those who are fully committed will step into it. Your actions in these final days will determine what unfolds. You cannot afford to be passive. Pay attention to the details of your life right now. Notice what is being highlighted. Look at what is shifting, what is being removed, what is suddenly falling into place. God is speaking, but are you listening? The doors that are closing are not rejection, they are redirection. The people who are walking away are not abandoning you. They are being removed for a reason. The inner restlessness you feel is not confusion. It is confirmation that you are being pulled into something greater. This is the moment where hesitation can cost you everything. If you keep waiting for the perfect sign, you will miss the move of God. He has already shown you what you need to see. He has already given you glimpses of what is coming. The next step requires faith. You will not always have every answer before you move. You will not always feel completely ready. But readiness is not about certainty, it is about obedience. When God calls, you answer. When He opens a door, you walk through it. There is no more time to delay. Whatever you need to release, release it. Whatever you need to confront, confront it. If you have been waiting for validation, understand this. God has already validated you. The moment you were chosen, the moment you felt that inner calling, that was all the confirmation you needed. The world does not need to approve of your purpose. Others do not need to understand your journey. What matters is that you obey the voice of God above all else. You are not being called into this season just to receive blessings. You are being positioned to lead, to influence, to guide others who will soon walk the same path you have walked. This shift is not just about you. There are people who need the wisdom you have gained. There are lives that will be changed because you chose to step into your calling. If you shrink back, if you refuse to walk boldly, it is not just your life that will be affected. Others are connected to your obedience. The weight of this calling is heavy, but you were built for it. You have already endured storms that would have broken others. You have faced battles that should have taken you out. Yet here you stand, stronger than ever, because there is a divine assignment over your life. Do not let fear convince you otherwise. Do not let temporary discomfort keep you from eternal purpose. This is the time to prepare with urgency. Spend time in prayer. Eliminate distractions that cloud your vision. Guard your energy. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, not those who keep you stagnant. Protect your spirit from negativity, from doubt, from anything that tries to pull you back into what you have already outgrown. Look at your life with fresh eyes. Recognize the divine setup that is happening. Understand that nothing is random. The shift is happening whether you are ready or not. The only question is whether you will be positioned to walk into it. The window of opportunity is here, but it will not remain open forever. What God has prepared is already in motion. The breakthroughs, the open doors, the answered prayers, they are on the way. But will you be ready to receive them? Will you recognize them when they appear? Or will you hesitate, waiting for another confirmation, another sign, another moment of reassurance, only to realize later that the opportunity has passed? This is your moment of decision. Will you rise, or will you remain where you are? Will you answer the call, or will you let fear hold you back? You do not have time to waste. The time is now. Step forward in faith. Step forward with confidence. Everything you have been praying for, everything you have been preparing for is aligning right now. Do not miss it. Do not delay. The next chapter is waiting for you. Step into it. This is your moment. Step boldly into your calling. You are not here by accident. You were never just another soul passing through this world. You are chosen. You were set apart before time began. There is a divine purpose behind your life, one that is far greater than you may even realize. Everything you have faced, every battle, every setback, every moment of doubt has been a part of your preparation. The struggles were not in vain. The pain was not meaningless. The delays were never denials. Everything that has happened has led you here to this moment. And now the time has come. April 1st is not just another day. It is a divine marker, a shift in the spiritual realm, a call to step forward. This is the beginning of something extraordinary, something that has been written into your destiny since the very beginning. Will you be ready? I ask you this now. Will you be ready when the moment arrives? Will you recognize the doors that are opening for you? Will you step through them with faith, or will you hesitate, waiting for confirmation when confirmation has already been given? This is not a time to shrink back. This is not a time to doubt yourself, to question whether you are worthy, to wait for someone else to affirm what God has already placed inside you. It is time to rise. To trust that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. To walk boldly into the future that has been prepared for you. What is coming cannot be explained with human logic. It is beyond your comprehension, beyond your expectations. But it is yours to claim. And to claim it, you must move. You must act. You must step forward with courage, knowing that God has already gone before you. Pay attention. God is speaking as we approach this momentous day. Pay attention to the signs around you. God speaks in many ways, through dreams, through visions, through divine synchronicities. You may start to notice things you never noticed before. Conversations that seem too perfect to be a coincidence. Doors opening at just the right time. A deep, unshakable feeling that something is shifting within you. These are not random. They are divine messages, guiding you, aligning you, preparing you. Trust them, lean into them, be receptive to the guidance that is being given to you. The world may dismiss these signs. Others may not see what you see, but you were never meant to walk this path like everyone else. You are being called higher. You are being called deeper. This journey is between you and God. The journey of transformation, the path ahead will not always be easy. Great transformation always comes with great resistance. When you are being called to something greater, the enemy will do everything in his power to make you question it. Do not be deceived. The doubts, the delays, the challenges, they are not proof that you are failing. They are proof that you are stepping into something powerful. The enemy does not attack what is not a threat. And right now, you are a threat to every limitation that has held you back, a threat to the forces that have tried to keep you small, a threat to every lie that has been spoken over your life. That is why you have felt the weight of resistance. That is why the journey has been difficult. But hear me, difficulty does not mean defeat. It means you are getting closer. It means you are on the verge of a breakthrough so significant that the enemy is doing everything in his power to stop it. But he cannot stop what God has ordained, and God has already declared victory over your life. Step through the door that is opening. The door that God is opening for you will not lead to just another opportunity. It will lead to transformation, a deeper purpose, a higher calling, a life filled with meaning, fulfillment, and divine alignment. You may feel the weight of this shift. You may feel the magnitude of what is coming, and that is because this is not just a new season. This is a new level. This is the moment where you stop waiting for change and start walking in it. This is the moment where you stop questioning and start believing. This is the moment where you step fully into your destiny, knowing that God has already paved the way before you. You are not alone chosen. One, you do not walk this path alone. God has surrounded you with a spiritual family, a collective of others who are also answering the call. Each step you take brings you closer, not just to your purpose, but to the people you are meant to impact. There are lives waiting for you to rise. There are souls waiting for your light. There are doors that only you can open, battles that only you can fight, victories that only you can claim. The world is waiting for you. Will you answer the call? Your time has come. Now move now. As we near the end of this message, I want to leave you with this. Your time has come. This is not the moment to sit back and watch. This is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to move. If this message resonates with you, declare it now. I am ready. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Step forward, knowing that what is happening in your life is not a coincidence. It is divine. You are part of something greater. You have been chosen for a purpose far beyond what you can see right now. And if you trust, if you prepare, if you step into alignment, you will see the fullness of what God has been preparing for you all along. The waiting is over. The shift has begun. Now walk boldly into what has been promised. April 1st is coming. Will you be ready?